Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. The early signing day period is rapidly approaching. Tennessee trying to tie a bow on the class of 2025, currently sitting just inside the top 10th, ranked 9th according to the On3 industry rankings. Had a couple of guys in town on campus that they are trying to make that final push for. Obviously, everybody is asking me about David Sanders. Boogie, are we losing our offensive tackle? We're going to get into that in just a second. I want to start with three-star running back Dwan Morris, currently committed to USC. He's a guy that Tennessee has made a priority as they look to add another running back in this class. 5'10", 180 pounds out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I know some people talk about the size of running backs that Josh Heupel recruits. Super Saiyan, I am looking at you, my friend, because Dwan Morris had a quote that he gave to VolQuest after the visit that I absolutely loved. If you question his size, this is what he said. Said Dylan Sampson is just balling. Regardless of your size or weight, if you're a baller, then you are a baller. It shows. You don't have to be no 6 foot, 200-pound guy to run the ball in the SEC. It shows that a 5'9", 5'10" guy can be a dude in the SEC. Now, Austin Price of VolQuest reporting that Tennessee absolutely knocked it out of the park with Dwan Morris. He said, I enjoyed being back up there around the community and the family and being able to see the running backs. Said just being around the coaches and this type of family. Said overall this visit was one of those visits where you could see the offense move the ball, run the ball, and getting the running backs involved. It was something I needed to see. Everybody was just letting me know I am a priority. And even though I am committed to SC, they are still recruiting me and pushing me, and there is a community behind me at Tennessee. So, again, three-star running back, Tennessee pursuing. Sounds like they hit a home run there. We'll see if we get any news or rumors about Dwan Morris possibly being on Flip Watch. Another guy that I wanted to mention that was in town this weekend, and that is four-star defensive lineman Isaiah Campbell, top 50 prospect, an elite prospect. You guys know the story. Decommitted from Clemson, reopened his commitment. When he did that, there was a lot of buzz around Tennessee, but there was also a lot of buzz around the home state school, and that is the University of North Carolina. Took his official back for the win over Alabama. Vols had all the momentum at that point, but then there were rumors that Isaiah Campbell could possibly cancel his visit to UNC, but he took that visit last weekend, and it seemed like the Tar Heels kind of shifted momentum back in their favor, but then kind of midway through this week, we heard that Isaiah Campbell was going to come back to Knoxville, had some questions that he wanted answered. And I thought that was huge for this coaching staff to be able to get Isaiah Campbell back in town, back on campus, get that final visit going into the decision. Here's a quote that he gave VolQuest that honestly, just had to clear up some loose ends and talk to the academic people. Said I wanted to talk about scheme-wise where I would be as a defensive lineman and where I would be if I was to come to the program. My fitting inside the locker room was a big thing because you want to be around good young men and be around people of character. So really just tying up those loose ends. When I came off of my official, I got to see a lot of what the program is. Just wanted to see more about it. So I think that is what I came here to do today. He plans to make a decision within the next few days. Said he was going to go home, think about it, pray about it. I like that he takes time to go through that process, but it seems like Tennessee did their job again here with Isaiah Campbell. Two prospects that Tennessee has made a priority that we need in this class of 2025 that were in town this weekend for the win over UTEP. But the one that you guys are asking me about is what is going on with David Sanders. We talked a little bit about this during the tailgate show. We're going to get more into it now, but I need you guys real quick to do that YouTube stuff for me. Smash the thumbs up just below the video. It's quick, free, and easy, and it helps the channel. Also, if it's your first time here on the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not journalists. We don't pretend to be that. What we are is fans. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. You're not going to miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. We're going to be live later tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That is a fan call-in show, so come hang out, join us for that. But let's jump right into it because this popped up late in the week that David Sanders was going to be on the road taking a visit to Ohio State. Now, we know David Sanders has been a priority. We've called him, I told his dad, I said, he's not the icing on the cake for this class. David Sanders is the entire cake, a 5-star prospect, top 10 guy overall, according to the On3 industry rankings. Number 1 offensive lineman in the country. Number 1 player out of the state of North Carolina. He is a priority. I asked many of you guys back during his recruitment, if we didn't land David Sanders, would you chalk this entire recruiting class up as a failure for Josh Heupel? Is David Sanders the make or the break in this class of 2025? And a lot of you said yes when we got that commitment. Absolutely huge. We got David on the channel, got to get to know him, his family. Great kid, great character. Love David Sanders. We need him at Tennessee. So you see that he's going to take the Ohio State visit, and you wonder, what is this? The first thing that crosses your mind is, oh, he just wants to take in a game, right? You got a top 5 matchup between Ohio State and Indiana. Maybe he just wants to take in a game. I saw that narrative. Saw a lot of people saying, oh, he's going there. He's going to peer recruit. There's somebody there that Tennessee's trying to get in there and steal, and David Sanders is going there to recruit. We saw that with Boo Carter in Colorado. That's what David Sanders is trying to do. Is there reason to be concerned here? So what do? I go to who I consider the GOAT of covering recruiting, and that's Austin Price at VolQuest. Here's a summary of what AP had to say about David Sanders taking this trip to Ohio State. He said he felt like it was agent-driven in an attempt to improve what's already a lucrative NIL deal. But then what scares you is AP goes on to say Ohio State is very much in play here. Now, there is a thread a mile long on VolQuest of a lot of speculation, a lot of questions. What's going on here? This is kind of where AP, a summary. It's not peer recruiting. He's not going there for the sake of taking in a top 5 matchup. This has nothing to do with wins and losses. When you talk about NIL, it's not just an overall money deal. It's not just an overall dollar amount. It's not, we offered X, they offered Y, then we should offer more. That's not necessarily what it is. It's about other stuff. I use in air quotes. And look, I say it all the time. AP is the best at what he does. Absolute best in the business. Sometimes you know what's going on, but you can't put it out there to the public. So that leaves us as fans to sit here and speculate what is going on with David Sanders. Is it a bidding war? What is the other stuff that they're referring to here? Well, Steve Wiltfong put out an update after the visit. We'll go take a listen to what Steve Wiltfong has to say here about David Sanders and his trip to Ohio State. Let's take a listen.
David Sanders Jr. pops up inside the shoe. Longtime Tennessee commit. Since committing to the Vols in August, he's been Mr. Vol. He has only visited Tennessee, only talked to Tennessee, but the early signing period is less than 2 weeks away. It starts on December 4th, and we're dotting I's, we're crossing T's, we're having final conversations and talking to several people with knowledge of the recruitment. This visit started to get legs on Wednesday. He is on campus at Ohio State this weekend. He could stay into Monday. So there's going to be a lot of dialogue and a lot of opportunity for Ohio State to make a move on Tennessee. And talking to a source early this morning, they thought that this was even starting to trend Ohio State's way. We'll see how the conversation goes with the Sanders family, Ohio State. But he's having a great time. He's around the Ohio State recruits, got around the coaches. You saw him there with offensive line coach Justin Fry, who he trusts. Look, there were times where I thought Ohio State led for David Sanders. It was obvious that they finished in the top 2 for him to be back on campus in Columbus. And this is going to be a developing visit. And so we'll be talking about it all weekend into Monday.
According to a source, he says, one guy feels confident enough to say that David Sanders is trending to Ohio State. How do I feel? I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel. We need David Sanders. David Sanders is a priority. And when you're talking about recruiting in 2024, you're talking about big boy battles. You guys want to be a top 5 recruiting class. You guys want to be in the top 5. This is what it looks like. It is recruiting down to the wire. It is recruiting against Georgia for Shady Hayward. It is recruiting against Georgia for Christian Gass. It is recruiting against Ohio State for David Sanders down to the wire. This is what big boy recruiting looks like. My hope is David Sanders takes this visit and then he comes back to Knoxville, or he takes this visit and then he shuts it down and says, my commitment's over. I am sticking with Tennessee. My hope is he doesn't ride up to Ohio State and give them the last chance. Hopefully he comes back to Tennessee. Are you going to blame it on Glenn Ellerby? I've already seen that narrative. Glenn Ellerby can't close. I don't think this has anything to do with Glenn Ellerby. I think this is all about business, and hopefully Tennessee can get the job done. Give David Sanders what he needs, what he wants, and keep him committed to the University of Tennessee. Let's get through that signing day period. That's the update. As of now, we don't know. Said you heard there right there from Steve Wiltfong that David Sanders is going to be up there until Monday. So we will continue to follow it, keep you guys updated. But it's not good. It's not good. That's all there is to it. So are we losing David Sanders? The only thing I can say is I have no idea, but I hope not. We need him in this class. Smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. Jump in the comment section. What are your thoughts on David Sanders? And as always, man, go check out the merchandise, bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. You can pick up an FUGA shirt, Buck Fama, whatever you want. We got it. We've also got clean rivalry shirts that just say beat Florida, beat Georgia, beat Bama. We got a shirt that lets Kentucky know that we are their daddy. Also, you can think about joining the channel. Hit that join button right down below. Only $1 a month. It helps keep the lights on around here. We would greatly appreciate it. But if not, smash the thumbs up because that's quick, free, and easy. Jump in the comment section. Let's talk about it because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.